Only a few pages left in this book. Good morning. Instead of doing my little walking pad treadmill this morning, I'm going to be pedaling on the bike for a little while. I haven't really done my morning walking pad for probably the last week, 2 weeks. For whatever reason, my RA has been kind of flared more than usual. So my knees feeling a little stiff. I've got a few joints in my toes especially, that are feeling stiff and sore when I walk. So I'm gonna try going on the bike because don't have to use your body weight, so it's a bit nicer on the joints. So we'll see if this limbers up my knees and hips this morning. Really been struggling probably the last couple months since really returning to my 9-to-5 job on what I want my online presence to be about. You know, I'm not quite sure what my niche is, what I exactly want to share and talk about, but since RA has really been a huge part of my life, like I've had it, rheumatoid arthritis, since I was 9 years old. You know, it was well controlled up until December 2021, and then I'm filming this in February 2024, so it's been quite a few years that it's been flared, and I've struggled with it, and I've been on different medications and trying to see which one's gonna work for me. And because it's been such a big part of my life lately, I think I'd like to start sharing more about my RA journey, start a rheumatoid arthritis community here. So if that's you, or you think you'd benefit from learning some tactics on how to live with RA, I want to talk about how I love myself through this journey and cherish myself, how I'm working to anyway. You know, and also just sharing different tactics of what's helped me deal with this disease and live with this disease, because this is only a small part of our lives, right? I mean, it feels like a big part because we live with it every day and we feel the pain of it every day, and we have to manage our lives differently every day because of it. But really, like, our disease shouldn't define us. We also have to learn to live with it, and also find appreciation in ourselves and our bodies where we can, and learn how to live our lives alongside this disease. So with that being said, yeah, I'd love to start an RA community here on YouTube. I also have an Instagram and a TikTok. You can check those out down below. If you want to join my RA community, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be sharing all about my journey, all about what's helped me, even the medications I've been taking, updates on how my prednisone journey has been going. I also want to share about stuff like how I've loved myself through this process. Breathwork has helped me find a calm nervous system and de-stress in my life. So yeah, I'd love it if you followed along in my little RA community.
That's funny.
On my way to physio, guess I could give an update on how my return to work is going. Basically,
exhausted. I had to sit in my car for probably a good 15 minutes and just like sit and rest until I had enough energy to drive myself home, basically. And well, I did not have enough energy to even cook dinner last night, so I ended up going to the grocery store and just buying like a couple of pre-prepared meals. And I just had that for dinner last night. So I haven't really told my whole prednisone journey story, but right now I'm only taking 1 milligram of prednisone, whereas a few months ago I was taking up to 5 milligrams daily. And so now I've been slowly tapering off of it. I'm on my last 1 milligram. And so in a couple of weeks, basically, well, less than a couple of weeks, I think it's like a week and a half, I'll be finished taking prednisone, completely done. And like, I'm definitely noticing my RA is flaring, and my right knee is not really happy, not being on the not being on the prednisone anymore. Like, it definitely helped a lot to curb some of this swelling. And so I'm trying to navigate going back to work. My job is a pretty physical job as well as mentally stressful, but the past couple of days I've been on my feet for almost the whole 6 hours. And yeah, my body is really tired. And it's not even just my RA. Like, okay, sure, I can feel it in my elbow, I can feel it in my knee, like they're swollen, they're a little bit painful, but, and some of my toe joints too, when I walk, I can feel they're a little bit not happy too and a little painful. But just like the standing and the walking is like physically like working my legs so much that at one point I had to say, I gotta sit down for a little break here. Like, it felt like I was basically working out, and like my legs were just like that tired from standing. And so yeah, it's just crazy trying to build up the physical strength after you've been off your job for almost 2 years. It's been hard. Yeah, I'm not having the easiest time with it. I am really hopeful that I will be gaining my strength back and I will be able to return to my job. It's just a struggle when you're in it. And okay, so I'm also working with a kinesiologist, as I've mentioned in previous videos, but like I only see her twice a week, and so technically I'm supposed to be doing my own at-home kind of workouts and strengthening and stuff, but between work and life, like I've just been so exhausted. I've been too exhausted to really keep up with that. And like I was doing my 30 minutes on the treadmills, and like I said this morning, like there's just been like these couple of little pains in my feet and in my heel that don't like the walking pad, so I've kind of taken a break from the walking pad for now. Anyway, off to physio. Just got home from physio / kinesiology. Definitely took it way slower in kinesiology than we have been, but it's probably for the best. I was definitely feeling tired and like almost shaky. Like I was trying to do a couple exercises like this and I was like shaking a little bit. So I'm definitely noticing my fatigue. So yeah, it's hard, man. I don't know. It's going back to work thing with RA, and after having been off for so long, like the struggle.